Hi guys, Rach from Kittypedia. I hope wherever you are and whatever you're doing on this beautiful Saturday, you're having a great day. This is just a Facebook Live broadcast, well, hopefully going to help with the transition with sleep with daylight savings. We know that the clocks are going to be changing at 2 a.m. Tomorrow morning, and that it can be quite disruptive for children in their sleeping patterns, especially children who are going back to school on Monday. It's going to be an extra early morning for them. Now, we are really fortunate, and I'm just going to invite her into the screen now. Beautiful face will pop up in a second. We're going to be speaking to Catherine from Dream Weeks. Now, Catherine is a qualified infant. Hey, Catherine, how you doing?
Hi. Good. Can you hear me?
For those of you who are watching, we tried quite a few times actually to get this working, and we've had some internet trouble. So Catherine, it's so great to be speaking with you today. Catherine is a qualified infant and child sleep consultant, and what a more perfect person to speak to us today on this topic. She's got 10 years experience supporting thousands of families through their journey with sleep. And early this week, we published Catherine's first article titled, and the title was Daylight Savings. So, Catherine, thanks so much for joining us today and helping all the mums and dads out there around Australia. Would you be able to give a little bit of an overview on this article? And we know that we've got 3 questions that we're going to be asking you today for you to answer. So if you could just maybe give a little bit of an introduction into your article, that would be awesome. Then we'll go straight into the questions.
Yep. So the article, as it says, daylight savings. So in all of my years working with babies, I found that there was a way you could more gently transition them to daylight savings to help make it go smoothly. I know a lot of people think that, if you've got one waking early, you can just start at the new time, but often that doesn't work. And so this is sort of how to do it to have a more smooth transition.
All right, perfect. Well, the first question, first of all, so how many children do you have of your own? How many?
I've got 3.
You've got 3. And this is something you've obviously got some hands-on experience with yourself, which has obviously worked for the years. And how old are your children now?
No, I've got 3, and they all do the transition each time, and it goes really smoothly for us. So sometimes it might take you a few more days, but it'll definitely be faster than if you just went cold turkey.
And how old are your children now?
I've got 8.5, 3.5, and nearly 2.
All right, sensational. So the information that we're going to be speaking about, and the article that we published as well, is more geared towards infants, would you say? But this is obviously tips that can be used for children up to their adolescent.
Yeah, you can use it for either, but it's mostly towards kids who are still having a day sleep. But you can still use the bedtime information to make the transition, even for adults to if you've got to wake up for shift work or things, it'll help you make it more smoothly.
That first month is tough for everybody. It's tough for everyone. And I know in the state of Victoria, the kids go back to school on Monday too. So I don't know who came up with that idea. It's a double whammy. So
I don't. I think it's Queensland too. Like it just doesn't. It's just, different this year, the time of school.
All right, let's get into these questions. The first question is, how do I make the transition to daylight savings more smooth for my little one?
All right, so my recommendations are we change it slowly over the days preceding it. So I usually start on a Friday, and you wake them from their last sleep of the day 20 minutes early, and then pop them to bed at night 20 minutes early. And then the following day, you're going to wake them that 20 minutes early, and you're going to follow the whole day through early, and then that afternoon you're going to wake them from their sleep 40 minutes earlier than usual. So your child's going to be then going to bed at, say I do 7 to 7 routines with most of my clients. So instead of going to bed at 7, they're now going to be going to bed at 6:20. And then when you get to the day of daylight savings, you just wake them up at the 7 a.m. of the new time. So it's just a gradual adjustment over those sort of Friday, Saturday, and then the new Sunday.
And in particular, how about when the children don't want to go to bed that extra hour early? Do you have any other tips as to how to help?
Well, that's why usually, because it's based on them still having a day sleep. So most of the time, the child going to bed at night is related to their tiredness from when they finish their sleep. So that's why I wake them from their day sleep that extra time earlier, is they're then more tired, the same amount of tired as they would have been. Say they woke at 3, you now wake them at 2:40, or then the following day 2:20. They've got the same amount of awake time in the afternoon. So really, as far as they're concerned, they shouldn't notice it. They just think they woke up and went to bed at the similar time they usually do.
Yeah, yeah. And do you do anything with regards to that, to maybe closing the curtains in the house to make the house darker for them, or is anything like that at all?
All my clients, I do recommend having little ones just sleep better if you black out their rooms, and that's going to minimize your issues in general. So they're not going to see the light streaming through, and they're not going to have light streaming in when we have daylight savings change when they're going to bed in the evening.
Yeah.
So that's one of my main tips for my clients, is that they just sleep better with it blacked out, because it promotes the production of melatonin, which is the hormone key for sleep. So I always find that works better, and it will in future, if you haven't done it already, minimize your issues around things like daylight savings.
All right, awesome. All right, and the next question we have is, what can I do if I've missed the starting transition as in your guide? So now it's Saturday as an example.
Yeah.
So we'll know.
Yeah, so you can. So just look at Fridays and do it today on the Saturday. And I mean, your kids are in their own little world. So just act like that new 7 a.m. time happens on the Monday. So follow my transition, and just don't change your little ones' clocks on the Sunday. Just follow it like you would have been, and follow your family clock Monday.
All right. So the internet just went a little bit funny there and broke up. Could you just repeat that last little? Don't you?
Yeah. So just keep your little ones on their routine. Don't change their little sleep clocks on the Sunday. Change it on the Monday. So, and you can do that if you start tomorrow as well. You can always shift my 3-day transition to whatever day you want to start, and just keep the kids on their routine and adjust it over whichever 3 days you choose.
The internet's breaking up a little bit at the moment, but will you be available for questions and stuff after the Facebook Live, in case anyone's got any additional questions? Yes. Awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
And a lot of it is explained in your article as well that we published, daylight savings, earlier on this.
Yeah, the article goes through it step by step, definitely. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. And the last question we've got as well is, what can I do to help get more sleep if daylight savings doesn't see my earlier risers sleeping through again?
Yeah, well, a lot of people will pin their hopes on daylight savings, and for the majority of you, it will sort out your early rising issues if they've just popped up sort of in the last little while. But if it hasn't, then first thing I do, black out that room. And then next, you really just need to go through everything, because my approach is holistic. So you need to tick all the boxes. So you want to go through their environment, which includes the light and the warmth. You want to have a look at their routine, because sometimes they might need a routine change, and their diet. So basically all the things that I work through can usually rising pretty easily. And if you don't know what you're looking for, then that's what someone like me is here for, and you can seek out help.
Hey, Catherine, the internet's cutting out a little bit. So what we might do is sort of cut the interview from here. But I know that everyone can ask questions through the Facebook Live feed and afterwards as well. And what we might end up doing also, maybe do a follow-up interview in another couple of weeks or a month anyway, on sort of sleep or feeding issue. How about that? How's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right. Thank you so much, Catherine, for joining us today. And if anyone's got any other questions outside of this with regards to feeding and that sort of stuff as well, whereabouts can they find you?
You can find me at www.dreamwinks.com.
All right. Thank you so much for your time today, Catherine. Take care, guys. And if you have any questions like feel free to either put it on the feed of this particular Facebook Live. Each month we're going to be interviewing and speaking with Catherine, so there's going to be lots of different opportunities for you to speak with her directly. All right, guys, take care. Have a beautiful Saturday and Sunday, and speak to you. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.